Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, original, chapter number 3, text number 18, Karma Yoga. Here, Lord Krishna says, Naivatasya kridanartho na kridenaha kaschana nachasya sarvabhudeshu kaschid artha vibhasrayaha. Naivatasya kridanartho, a person who is self-satisfied and he is peaceful within his heart with whatever he has. He is not actually looking anything outside of what he has. Whatever he has, he is actually satisfied in it. Naivatasya kridanartho. He is doing his duties not for achieving anything extra from his own circle or with what he has. Even though he is actually working based on his material qualification, such as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, intellectual, administrator, farmer, or laborer. This is what in this entire world you perceive. Doesn't matter which country, which religion, which sect, which group, which society they are. They follow these four things. Why? Because Chadurvarnyam Maya Srishtam. Krishna says, I have created these social and spiritual divisions. Because it was created by Krishna, it is there all over the universe, which we have several times explained for your understanding. So here, because you see these social divisions and its prescribed duties, a person who performs these prescribed duties is self-satisfied. Because he is self-satisfied, he still continues to do his prescribed duties in both ways, from this side, from that side. Once again, he performs the prescribed duties because he has completely satisfied within himself. So therefore, he is doing all these activities. And all these activities are his natural, inherent quality. So therefore, he performs these activities. However, when he performs these activities, he doesn't set a goal. I need this, then only I will do it. So what does it mean? If you are a doctor, you take care of the patients. You cannot actually say, this person is coming from this religion, this society, that society, which is inimical to our society. No, it is your duty to perform surgery or take care of the person who came to you, regardless of what. That is called prescribed duty. It is your duty. That kind of mood can come when you linked with the Supreme. By that linking, you would feel satisfaction and happiness. Then you take care of them. It is always natural if someone who has created trouble for you, you won't actually take care of their needs. That begins even from the house, from own relatives. What to speak of outsiders. So, prescribed duties are there. You will be able to serve all these people when you become fully Krishna conscious, whether he is an enemy or whether he is a friend. So when they walk in, then naturally. You give them cup of water, give them sweets, doesn't matter. It is very difficult. Even in Christianity, Jesus Christ advised his followers with the same instructions. It's pretty difficult, but we can try. Seeing everyone is Krishna's children, some are disobedient and some are obedient. So here, a person who is self-satisfied, who is attached to his soul, not the body, that person has no obligatory duties to any living entities. There is no obligation. If somebody actually comes in, again, if he's a doctor, someone comes in, if you don't treat them, it doesn't react. Why? Because you are soul conscious. Therefore, you have no duties to perform in this world. But still, you are engaged in the service of the Lord and the humanity. Why? Because you are soul conscious. In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a verse, Devarishi Budapta Nrinam Pitrunam Nakingaram Nayam Rinicharajan. Rini means debt. Sarvatmanayaha Sharanam Sharanyam Gado Mugundam Parihritya Kartum. A person who has seriously and sincerely has taken the shelter of the Supreme Lord, Mugunda, who is the deliverer, who is the Muktipada, who can give the liberation from the conditional life while you are in the conditional world. So, those who have taken shelter of the Supreme Lord in that manner, he has no duties to perform. Devas, 33 million demigods. Deva Rishi, so many rishis. Though these devas are supplying you all necessities, such as sunshine, moonshine, fruits, vegetables, rain, heat, cold, air, money, fame, knowledge, power, all these things. Even though they are the direct suppliers of all these properties or ingredients, you have no obligation to them. Why? Because you are in the safe side. Just like a father and child walks, the child is holding on the father's finger. And out of his courage that I am always under the protection of my father, so he challenges other kids, grown-up kids, man, anybody. Why? Because he knows that his father is there for protecting. Similarly, the devotees of the Lord, who is clinging to the lotus feet of the Lord, has no obligations and duties to perform, nor he has to be afraid of anything in this material creation. Even these suppliers who are obligated to supply to everybody, just like Gajendra, when he plucked the lotus flower from the lake and offered to the Supreme Lord, O Supreme Lord, please protect me from this crocodile. He is dragging me and he is gathering strength being a water animal, aquatic. But I am being the land animal. I am unable to resist his grip. So therefore, I cannot fight anymore. I fought already 1,000 celestial years with this crocodile. but my energy is exhausting. I'm almost doomed. Please protect me. When he called the name Supreme Lord, this very word reverberated all over the sky and all over the place. All the demigods and rishis and sages all heard that, but none of them moved. Even though their respective wives told them Gajendra is in trouble, why don't you go and help? They all said, he called Supreme Lord. I am not the Supreme Lord. Mother Saraswati said, Mother Parvati said, Mother Sachi said, but none of the leaders moved. When Lakshmi said, the Lord came out of the milk ocean and protected Gajendra from the crocodile. So the word Supreme Lord matters, very significant. We need to understand the devotional service fundamental points. Then only we can take up the process of devotional service seriously. A sincere devotee has no obligation to any demigods. And rishis. Rishis have given Vedas, Puranas, Shastra, and they also perform rituals and sacrifices for you, but you have no obligation to them either. Deva Rishi Bhudapta. Buddha means any living entities. Either your associates or relatives or mother, father, grandmother, grandsire, forefather, ancestors, or any animals, which we have repeated several times. Bhudapta, Nrinam Pidrinam, all living entities and also the Nrinam, human beings, and Pidrinam, the forefathers. That is the meaning of this entire line. Nakingaram Nayam Runicharajan, there is nothing left as the duty or debt for these members. Why? Sarvatmanayaha Sharanam Sharanyam. That person has taken shelter of the Supreme Lord. Completely Sarvatmana, with his soul, surrendered to him, with no reservations. That person is free from all obligations. And who can that be? Self-satisfied devotee of the Lord, who is taking pleasure in Atma and transcendental knowledge. You think they may be surviving in others' earning. That is an illusion. They engage others in the service of the Lord. There will be tremendous spiritual credit would be transferred to those people who assisted a surrendered devotee. They are not in need of anything, but they are in need of everything for the service of the Lord. Simultaneously one and different. Quantitatively, what you are doing and devotees are doing may be the same, but quality is different. We and Krishna qualitatively one and quantitatively different. But you and devotees quantitatively the same, qualitatively is different. This we have to understand, because his every move is to either satisfy the Supreme Lord at present or planning, building the foundation for the future things. This very enlightenment one should cultivate. So there is no duties to perform for a person who is situated in the Atma platform. Therefore, come out of the bodily concept of life and incessantly chant the holy name and respect all living entities, especially the devotees of the Lord, regularly visit Vishnu temples, Radha Krishna, Sitaram Lakshmana, pray by chanting. Chanting is praying. That you can also do it at home and follow these 4 principles. By not following these principles, these vikarmas will distract you from your original progress. That is, no meat eating, no fish, no egg, no intoxication, no drinking coffee, no tea as well. Stick with one whom you picked up, that is married life. And do not gamble. You gambled a lot, right? Lost a lot. Do not gamble. If you do that, your mind will be peaceful. If your mind is peaceful, then you can understand the transcendental knowledge. The relationship between you and God can be easily comprehended. And you chant the holy name of the Lord incessantly. Now, Purushottam month is going on. Started yesterday. Every round you chant, Krishna will appreciate that. He may give you the multifold chanting's results as well. But you have to open up your mouth and chant. Now we open up our mouth for so many nasty things, but not for the holy name. Except for chanting the holy name, everything simply react. That's all. So let us focus on Krishna consciousness, and there is a solution for all the problems unto the lotus feet of the Lord. So if you take up the process of chanting and remain a pure vegetarian, harming no living entities, unlike all these bogus religious principles which kill animals as many as possible and eat them and think that religion is nothing to do with killing animals and eating them, then how you are distinguished from ordinary fallen people and a religious leader? Only by your eating, sleeping, mating, defending only. How much you have the control over these 4 things, that makes you are different from rest of the world. But if you eat, if you sleep, you do all these things like a common man, what is the difference between you and them? Why they have to come and take shelter of you? Why should they actually take advice from you for their betterment? This is like Adi Shankara's philosophy. Like Jiva and God is one and the same. If Jiva and God is one and the same, then what is the importance of God? Everyone is God. Why are you going to the temple? You worship yourself. Ahangaro Vasanam. Do Vasana to your own ego, that you are God. So like that, there is a difference between true saintly people and rest of the world. So take shelter of them and chant the holy name and hear them what they have to say from the scriptural viewpoint and follow it. That's all. It's very simple. God is not at all difficult, provided you follow a bona fide authority. That's it. So this is what Atmaradi. So there is no duty for you to perform in this world. Otherwise, you are responsible for giving service to 33 million demigods. Even your eyebrow moves because there is a demigod controlling your eyebrow. The eyelid moves because there is another demigod who controls your eyelid. All these things, your nose, your ear, your mouth, your lip, your hair, everything in your body is controlled by a demigod. You will not have time to perform worship to all these demigods. Therefore, the Shastra put everything in one worship. You have heard all in one. Hare Krishna will continue.